Today I wanted to tell you a little bit about how I got into crochet. So I started out when I was a little kid. By the way, I'm Amy, mommy, half mom, half zombie. Anyway, when I was about, I would say maybe 8 or 9, 10 years old, I used to go spend the summers with my grandmother when I lived in Texas, and my grandmother taught me how to chain. I think she did it more of like a way to get me out of her hair. Like she gave me a ball of yarn and a hook and taught me how to chain, and would tell me and my uncle to go and see who could chain the longest, the fastest. And we would go away and we would just chain and chain and chain a whole entire skein of yarn, and we would come back and she would be like, pull it out and start all over and see who could do it the fastest again. And we would spend hours and hours every year doing that, and I thought it was the funnest thing in the world. Well, I never touched it again for a while after that until in 2016 I suffered a traumatic brain injury from alcohol misuse. And before that, my hobby to keep me busy used to be reading. That was my thing to escape, to deal with my anxiety. I always had a book with me. I always had something that I was reading or working on. And after my brain injury, I couldn't read anymore. I can read, but I can't read from one page to another and remember what the previous page said enough for the book to make sense. So I had to find a new hobby. And I at first started making friendship bracelets because I kind of knew how to do that. And I was sitting there in the hospital going, I wish there was something else that I could do. And so I looked up on YouTube how to crochet, and I was like, I wonder if I could remember how to do this, like from whenever my grandma taught me from whenever I was little. So I looked it up, and I was like, oh, that looks easy enough. So I had somebody go buy me a ball of yarn and a hook, and I practiced and practiced and practiced some double crochets, and I still have the little scarf. I'll have to show it to you sometime. I still have the little scarf that I worked on that thing for probably 6 months, and it's probably this long, and it's all jagged edges and everything, but I was so proud of that thing. And it taught me how to go back and forth. It taught me, my single, double, half double crochets. It taught me how to turn and go back. And then from there, I've just been following lots and lots of tutorials. The people that really taught me how to crochet would be Melanie Ham, Crystal at Bag O' Day, Fiber Spider I love for tutorials. Mikey from the Crochet Crowd has incredible tutorials that are really easy to follow. Shylar Crochets has really cute wearables. There's more channels than I know how to list that have just amazing tutorials that are really easy to learn. Laura Cepeda English, she's amazing. J Hook Crochet does tutorials that are really, really good. That's where I learned how to do the Abigail Fairy dress, and I have just been practicing for 7 years now and building up my confidence, and I take it with me absolutely everywhere I go. I have my crochet with me at the doctor's office. I take it with me when I go to therapy. I take it with me when I'm in staff meetings at work. I sit outside all the time and crochet. I'll sit at the coffee shop. I even crochet in church. It's one of those things that it keeps my hands busy, and I can actually pay attention better whenever I'm crocheting. I can pay attention to every word that you're saying if my hands are busy. If my hands aren't busy, I've got chatter going on in my brain. So that's how I got started. And so I started an Instagram page, channel, whatever they're called, and that one is at heart_hugs17. And I've been building that for a while, showing some of my projects and selling a few of them. I have an Etsy shop under Heart Hugs store. I'll link it. It's all linked in my bio, actually. But that's how I got started crocheting, and I've been following everybody on the YouTube streets for a while and always joining in on the lives. And I love, all of the camaraderie that everybody has. And I figured I would join in and have a little bit to offer. So right now I am working on, this is Hobie Horizon yarn. It is super soft, premium acrylic anti-pilling. They had it on sale for about $10 and something a cake, and it's normally like 20 something. But I'm almost finished with this sweater here. I'm just adding some finishing touches. And then I went shopping. I went thrift store shopping the other day, and I got a whole bunch of doilies that I'm going to use for a project. I saw a bunch of stuff on Pinterest where you can like put a bunch of doilies all over a canvas or put them in hoops and put them on your wall. So I got some really cool ones. This one has mermaids on it. And these were all like $1 or $2. This one's pretty. This is a collar actually that has a button on it. There's another one that's really pretty. There's actually, I think, 2 of those, like that one. Yeah, another one kind of like that. This one, I think all the different textures and colors will make it really pretty to put up in either hoops or on a canvas or whatever. So I'm gonna keep collecting more at the thrift shops to do some art projects with. So that's some of the stuff that I've been up to the last few days. And I've got another project I started in here. This will end up being like a crop top whenever it's done. And of course I have my furls and my wonderful Progress Pride cup. I am absolutely addicted to furls. I have every color, every type of streamline that there is. So, and I actually will be giving some away at some point. I always like to share with my friends. So anyway, that's a little bit more about me. That's how I got into into crochet, and a little bit about what I'm working on, and hopefully I'll have something a little bit more exciting for you on the next one. Thank you.